Hello. Thank you for taking the time today to watch a demonstration of CAD-IT's XR solution. The demonstration with the animations and documentations that will be shown were created using Rapid Manual. After published from Rapid Manual, it was sent through the XR Fabricator to a server location that the XR player that you're able to see on the screen now can access. Today, I'm using an Apple iPad to be able to show the demonstration. On the left-hand side, you could see a list of files I could download or have already downloaded to be able to show through the XR player. I'm going to select Exhaust Manifold Gasket Removal Refit 11. I've already downloaded it to save on time. On the right-hand side, you could see information about the project. And all the way to the right, you can see an arrow pointing to the right. That will launch our process. I'm going to go ahead and select the arrow. And now you can see the floor that's in front of me. To be able to place my CAD geometry, I'm going to click the button in the upper right that has the dots on it. What it's doing right now is mapping the floor for me to be able to place the CAD data. Once I've given it a moment to map the location, I'm going to tap the screen on the floor where I want it to place the data. And now I can walk up to it and move around it. If for some reason I wanted to be able to move the data and not myself, using 2 fingers, I can pivot the CAD data slightly. Once I'm ready to start the procedure, I can select the document. You can see I have step 1. After step 1, I'm going to press the white button in the blue box in the bottom right-hand corner. And we're going to step 2, warnings, cautions, and notes. And as you can see, not only can you have warnings and cautions in the documentation, you could also have them displayed in 3D space. Now that I'm done with my warnings, cautions, and notes, I'm going to press next and go to step 3, which is going to loosen the bolt underneath the exhaust. If we come over here, I can pivot around. I can move my location down, and if I miss the animation, I could press back and then forward again, and I could see the flash and the nuts turning. After I've completed that part of my steps, I can step back. I'm going to push the white arrow in the blue box again, and I can see the bolts come out of the cover. I'm going to continue through the documentation. So you can see you could have movements, you could have parts disappear, flash to draw attention to them. You could have one nut come off at a time, or you can have several come off altogether. If you don't want a part to disappear, you can just move it and keep it in the space, and you can move it around that part now. I'm going to remove the gasket that I don't want on the engine anymore. Now I'm flashing the parts that I want to ensure both surfaces are clean. If I don't want to just show the flashing in 3D space, as you can see in the bottom, I can also include an image. If I tap that image on the screen, it's going to bring it up to a larger screen. Once I'm done, I'm going to push the X in the upper right-hand corner of this and go back to my 3D data. I'm going to push for the next step. The new gasket is being installed. The manifold catalytic converter cover is being placed back on. If at any point during the process, I wanted to exit the AR application and go into VR, on the upper right-hand corner of the screen, you can see the VR option. I'm going to tap that, and I can zoom. In VR, I'm able to zoom in, out, and pivot around my data. I can go back into VR AR if I wanted to. Go ahead and hit next. Let's install the heat shield. Again, I could pivot around a little bit, install the forward bolts. I can come back down over here. And we can see the nut tightening. And now I have finished my process of replacing the gasket. Once I'm all finished, I'm able to press the home button and go back to my list of instructions. Thank you for taking the time today to watch the XR solution. If you have any further questions, please feel free to reach out to someone and we'll get back to you as quickly as possible.